This is the C3 filter water bottle from Membrane Solutions. If you're interested in hearing more about it, keep watching. Before I begin, I'd like to thank Membrane Solutions, who reached out to me and offered to send me the C3 so that I could share it with you. In fact, there were two different models of this bottle. I chose the BPA-Free Tritan version, but there is also a stainless steel version for anybody who's interested in it, and there will be links, of course, in the video description. And I've been carrying it now for about a month and a half, filling it up every trip that I go out and using it from streams and lakeside and just about anywhere else I can get water out here. And I'm ready to give you my thoughts on it. So what I want to do for a moment is just focus in on the bottle itself. I'll give you a few specifications, talk about the 6-stage filter. Don't ask me how many or how those 6 stages are arrived at, but there are 2 distinct components inside the water bottle that have different functions. I want to talk about those. I'll fill the water bottle up and I'll give you my thoughts on using it. All right, I just drank the water out of it, so it's going to be drippy wet when I take it out, but as you can see, there's water dripping from it now. So we'll just set the water bottle aside for a moment. So what you get is actually 2 different filters. This is the micro, what is it, 0.01 hollow core fiber filter on the bottom, and then an activated carbon filter on top. You can purchase replacements for these, and that's something you may want to consider because they actually have different lifespans. The fiber on the bottom, the hollow core fiber, is 4,000 liters, whereas the carbon filter is 500 liters. So you're going to go through more of the carbon filters. Now, you don't have to use both, but it's designed that both are in use because they both have a different function. So the filter on the bottom, the hollow core fiber filter, very much like a lot of the others on the market right now, same size, 0.1 microns in the pore size in it, is rated to remove, obviously, a lot of pathogens such as the Giardia and all the other protozoas, also bacteria. It is rated now. They've done some new testing on these to remove things like microplastics. Actually, I would think that would at that small a core. Now, the carbon filter on top will go the next step further, more than just removing bad taste, but removing heavy metals, chlorines, pesticides, anything else you have in the water. Now, I'm always interested in seeing the research or the certification process that these type of filters went through, because of course they can claim that they do that, but can they prove that to me? And they do provide a link right on their homepage to the organization that did the testing, so I know what each of these is capable of, to what degree they will remove the different pathogens. The one thing that it was not tested for is viruses. Now, that's not a concern for most of us in North America. There may be places in the world where viruses are a huge concern. If it's a concern for you, this may not be the one that you want to take a look at. But if viruses are not a concern for you, this will cover all of the other pathogens that you're likely to encounter anywhere pretty much in North America. All right, I'm going to put it back into the bottle. I'll be filling it up in a second just to show you that. And I'll screw it on. So the bottle itself is 32 ounces. Now, it's quite a tall bottle, as you can see. The 32 ounces is arrived at because, of course, the filters inside are going to displace some of the water. So to get that 32 ounces, you are going to have to make the bottle a little larger. So you either go tall or you go wide. In this case, they chose to go tall. Grab handle on top and a covered mouthpiece on top as well. So the mouthpiece for the straw is a silicone, hard silicone, and you just simply, when it's full of water, just draw on it like you would a straw. I will tell you this, it takes quite a bit of pressure, quite a bit of draw to get the water up through it. So you know that it's doing its job. Some people may find that to be a little bit too much. If you're used to using a Sawyer and putting your water into another water bottle and using it that way, this is going to be different because you're actually drawing water directly through the filters inside of it, of course. That keeps dirt and everything off of the mouthpiece, and you're good to go. It won't fit in every backpack side pocket. It will fit in the one that I'm using today, just barely, because like I said, it's rather tall. So what I want to do now is go down to the stream side and fill it full of water, and then I'll give you my closing thoughts. All right, I'll be absolutely honest with you. This is not something I would normally drink water out of without a filter that I know I can trust. A frog just took off at my feet here. I mean, this is way down. I should be actually standing in water, but the water levels are way down right now. So it's not stagnant. It is running, but not by much. I certainly would not drink this without boiling it or filtering it somehow. So let's see if I can get some water in here without collecting up a whole lot of other floating particulate. I'll face it downstream. All right. All right, a little bit more than half full. Filters on. Now, before you start drinking out of it, make sure that there's no water that's going to run down and into your face. But of course, this one is from drawing. You draw upwards, so that's not a concern anyway. So, all right. I'm happy with that. Like I said, I've been doing this for quite a while now, so I trust it. It's doing its job. I detect no flavors, and I would think there would be flavors in this water right now. So, yeah, I think it's working well for me. All right, let's wrap this video up. That's nice, yeah. Okay, so I've reviewed quite a few different filter systems over the last few years. Some of them are water bottle based, similar to this, maybe different technologies. Some of them are hanging filters, and they all have different properties and they all have different pros and cons. I mean, this is quick and easy. You're on your way, you're stop streamside, anywhere, you scoop up some water and you just keep going. You don't have to fill the bag, hang it, and then allow it to gravity to pour it or, draw it into another water bottle. You don't need a pump. You don't need any other device. It's just scoop and close and drink, and it's good to go. And that's the convenience factor in it. The downside to this type of thing is if I want clean water for anything else like cooking, if I'm going to be adding water to, say, a cake mixture or muffins or bannock or something like that, then this is not going to work out for you. That's where the other type of filter, something that filters water into a separate container, will serve you better. But if for the most part what you're doing is hiking and drinking as you go, then this is the type of device that is probably the one, well, it's the one I would choose more often than not. The other thing you can do, of course, is boil water. And now you're not going to be using that for making muffins and the like, but if I'm sitting down to make myself a pot of soup, a cup of tea or something like that, where I know I'm going to be heating the water anyway, then I don't have to worry about trying to filter it. I'm just going to take the water right from the stream and boil it. I know it's going to kill all the pathogens. It won't get rid of the things that are in the water. It just neutralizes them, kills them, if you will. It doesn't get rid of any heavy metals or chlorine. Well, I don't know how there'd be chlorine out here, but it doesn't get rid of the tannins. It doesn't get rid of the heavy metals, the pesticides. It doesn't even get rid of the bacteria and the protozoas. It just kills them and deactivates them, but the heat does. So if that's a concern, you need to go with some type of filter. I've also reviewed a few other products from Membrane Solutions, and what I find about them is they all work. And that's what all you can really ask for them is to have them work and do as they say they do so that you can trust them when you go to use them. The other thing I found about them is they tend to be less expensive than some of the other name brand ones. And that's another reason why I like looking at their products whenever they're offered to me, is because the value is definitely there in them. Okay, that's everything I have to say about the C3 portable water filter. I did say made of BPA-free Tritan material. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. And there is a stainless steel version if that's of interest to you. The only reason for me, in my mind, to have a stainless steel version is durability. This is not, haven't dropped it on hard rock to see if it would crack or anything. But if that's a concern, then maybe that's where you want to look at the stainless steel version. All right, the links will be in the video description, as well as all the tech information and the link especially to the testing, because I think that's all important. You have to trust that the testing is actually verified so that you can feel safe when you go to use it. If you have any comments or questions, put them in the comments section below. But until next time, get out and explore and take that path. Let's travel, because it will make all the difference. Bye for now.